Monday. You guys know that we absolutely love Mondays because on Mondays, all roads lead to book club. Now, I will tell you that it's been a very, very busy Monday. Mondays are always busy, but it's even busier when we are preparing our conference in Philadelphia, right? Preparing for our conference in Philadelphia. I mean, all kinds of stuff had to take place today, right? The house sitter, I had to walk them through, hey, Tedra, hey, Lanisha, hey, Carvel, hey, Kelly, how to take care of my plants, right, Janice, so that they don't die while we're gone. Because when you stop watering your plants that need daily activation, they die from starvation. They die from starvation. So when you stop feeding something that requires daily nutrient, it dies. Veronica, Marguerite, Robin, Anita, Tedra, y'all, maybe somebody might have missed that, but I'm going to say it one more time. When you stop giving something that requires daily nutrients, what it requires, it dies. And the longer, now, woo, y'all need to tag and share. The longer, some of y'all gonna catch this one. Listen to this. If you, let's just say you went a couple of days without watering it, typically it can bounce back. But the longer, the medically called failure to thrive. Listen to this. Listen to this, Robin. The longer that you disconnect that plant from its source of nutrient, failure to thrive, right? From that source of nutrient, after a while, it can't be resuscitated. So the longer and the farther span, right? Because I'm talking about, I had to show, there are some plants that I have that require water every single day. Now, my plants inside of the house don't require water every single day. They only require that they need to be watered once a week. But my plants outside, due to the temperatures outside, they require daily water. And if it's really hot, they might require watering twice a day. They might require extra nutrients, right? So what are you disconnected from? We're already starting, y'all. Here we go, right? As we are, y'all got to tag and share. As we're getting ready to get started, as we are reading The Power of One More, and we're reading it together. I am hoping that you all had an amazing week. What did you do this week, you guys? What did you do? Tell me what you did. Tell me what you did this week. How many of you medically called failure to thrive? Like, I got to write that one down. Hold on a minute. Failure to thrive. All right. Failure to thrive. Let's write that down. Failure to thrive. All right. Failure to thrive. So what did y'all do this week? Let me know how you're feeling about the book that we're reading. We're in the chapter. We're in a tough chapter. Okay. So the chapter that we are in is called One More, Defining Leadership. And last week we defined leadership and what leadership is. And now, what's up, Sally? And now we are diving into the part that says everyone is born with unique gifts. Okay, everyone is born with unique gifts. So y'all let me know, how are you liking this chapter? We're almost done with the book, right? We're almost done with the book, and I'm very excited. Everyone is born with unique gifts. So it's so appropriate to say that if you keep your eyes on your grass and water and nourish your grass, that you will not compare yourselves to what you see to the left and or what you see to the right. Water your own grass, okay? Because every one of us have our own set of unique gifts, right, Veronica? And the reality of it is that people have to understand that we all have been given our own set of unique gifts. Okay. So every person is born with individual talents and geniuses. I call these unique gifts. Some of these you're born with and some you develop. As a leader, if you identify these unique gifts in people, you can lead them in a way that nobody else can. Right? Now, you separate yourself as a leader when you're able to do this. It is very important that you are able to identify the gifts that are within the people that you are working with. It is very, very, very important. These gifts can be humor, they can be intellect, they can be resiliency or kindness. Someone you lead could be blessed with mental toughness, honesty, ambition, creativity, generosity, loyalty, etc. The different kinds of unique gifts are limitless. This ability, listen, to identify, hello, Shannon, these gifts and then link them to the dream that you're selling is critical in your effort to lead people under you. The other thing I've discovered is that, for the most part, no one has ever pointed these unique gifts out to them. Typically, people have an innate sense of their unique gifts, but in many cases, they are underutilized because there's been no concerted effort on how to best apply them. You know what's so crazy, Lottie Boss? What's so crazy is that statement was rich. When you identify the gift, you can lead that person like no one else can. Now listen to this. Listen to this. We were just talking about this earlier. I was talking about the fact that I just lost my train of thought that fast because I was over here reading comments. It'll come back. So typically, people have an innate sense of their unique gifts, but in many cases, they are underutilized because there's no concerted effort on how best rather, because there's one too many words in this sentence, how best to apply them. Here's my thought. Here's my train of thought. Flamonica, Lottie Boss. What tends to happen is most people don't understand that your gift, your innate, unique gift and or ability is the gift that comes natural with no effort. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem, Flamonica. The problem is that most people desire to have a different gift. They desire what they think is more an outward gift. Right? So they don't understand, and that's why I love my husband, because my husband understands that his gift is a behind the scenes gift. But because there are so many people that are not comfortable. What's up, Keisha? I was just thinking about you. There are so many people that are not comfortable with the gift that they have. And even though they say, I don't need to be in the front, I don't need nobody to know what I'm doing. When you don't acknowledge them, then they're not happy. If it's really your gift, and if you're really doing it because you really care, if no one ever acknowledged you, you'd be perfectly fine. I'm just saying, right? So most people never meet a real leader in their lives. Let me stay with me. And as a result, they never fulfill their true potential by tapping into these gifts. To fulfill a person's potential, identify what their gifts are and then apply those gifts to a cause that stirs their hearts. That's your job as a leader. Now, what's so crazy, Lottie, what's so crazy, Tedra, is oftentimes I've been able to identify that a person has a gift. Guess what? They don't like the gift they've got. And they'll tell you that. I mean, you know what I mean? I understand that, but I just, they don't even like the gift that they've got. Now, it's a God-given gift, something that they do 100% naturally, but they're not satisfied with that because their gift doesn't get them what other people seem to get because their gift is more vocal, it's more outward. To fulfill a person's potential, you identify what their gifts are and then apply those gifts to a cause that stirs their heart. That's your job as a leader. By validating these unique gifts, what a person has suspected about themselves now becomes their truth. All right? It becomes their truth. They're filled with more confidence and armed with an understanding of how they fit into an overall game plan. Here's the deal. Everybody, I see you on here, Stacy. Everybody, everybody makes the body function. So the toe is just as important as the eyes, right? The baby pinky toenail is just as important as your arm, right? And even though most times your little toenail is in a shoe, you probably don't ever see it. Let that bad boy be hurting. Hello, Shelly B. What's up, Sean? Right? So by validating these unique gifts, what a person has suspected about themselves now becomes their truth. They're filled with a more confidence and armed with an understanding of how they fit into an overall game plan. If you don't tell someone who's gifted what their gift is, and they've never had a leader, they've never been around a true leader that can identify the gifts, and if you never tell them, guess what they'll do? Guess what they'll do, Sean? They'll be busy, just busy. Let me tell you, there are some people that have the gifts of help, just naturally have the gifts of help, right? There are some people, Jack Libenell has the gift of encouragement. He is the one person that every single morning, and this is not to say that I want 5,000 people in our group chats posting every single morning. No, it's Jack's gift. That every single morning, I look for Jack's message of encouragement to us all. He does it every single day. We don't need 5,000 people doing it because Jack is doing it every single. He's been doing it every single day. As a matter of fact, there isn't a day that goes by, I don't care how busy he might be, that he does not make sure that he puts a post in our chat to encourage every one of us. And sometimes what he posts was just what I needed. Everybody need a Jack. I think about the movie The Matrix. And if you have not watched the Matrix trilogies, well, it's actually 4 of them now, but you need to watch it. And in the Matrix, there was a guy, the key keeper. And the key keeper's job, although he had a ring full of thousands of keys, he had one key for this one door to open that one door at the right time, and then he died. He said, I can die now because I fulfilled my purpose. The problem is, and here's the thing, Tedra, Sean, Shelly, Lottie, Stacy, the key keeper knew exactly what his gift was. He knew why he was on the earth. He wasn't busy trying to be the doorbell maker while he was the key keeper. Y'all got it? So as a result, they create more value for the dream and accomplish more than they've ever thought possible on their own. When you know how you fit into the game plan. So for instance, I don't live in Philly any longer, but we're hosting an event in Philadelphia. Why would I not ask people in Philadelphia to do things that I am not there to do? And it'll be easier for those things to be available for me there. So when you know your gift, let me reel y'all in now. What about those of you who know your gifts and you're out of place? So when the quarterback has the ball and the quarterback needs to throw it to a receiver, but now you are the receiver and you're not there to catch the ball because you're too busy trying to be the coach's assistant, trying to be the water boy, trying to be the scorekeeper, trying to be. So now you done missed the play. You done missed the play. Now the quarterback can't throw the ball because where are you? You out of place. And because everybody is a very important, intricate part of the team. Some of you guys, we just need you to get your part done first. If you don't know your gift, you need to start praying for it. But here's the deal. Too many people will pray for it, or someone will tell them what their gift is, and then they want to question that. And now they want you to break it down. Well, why? Why is that? You either believe or you don't believe. And it is amazing to me. This is not towards you, Carol, but it's amazing to me how people can believe in a God that they have never seen, but can't believe in something as powerful as, hey, your gift is the gift of health. Hey, your gift is the gift of discernment. Hey, your gift is the gift of exhortation. Hey, your gift is the gift of service. Hey, your gift is the gift of right? So there are 6 basic needs that drive us. Consider the words of my friend Tony Robbins. The more you understand what somebody wants, needs, and fears, the more you can figure out how to add value. Okay? The more you understand what somebody wants, needs, and fears, the more you can figure out how to add value. Tony and I are among many who subscribe to the idea that there are 6 basic human needs. Let me tell you what the 6 basic human needs are: certainty, uncertainty, and variety. So humans need certainty, but they also need uncertainty because they need variety. Significance, love and connection, growth, and contribution. And I'm going to throw this one in there. Let me go back a little bit. Some of you probably actually know what your gift is, but it didn't sound good enough to you. Or you're probably sitting there still trying to overanalyze why that's your gift instead of operating and walking in it. And some people have more than one gift, but there's generally a gift that's more dominant. Now, here's the deal. There is a place for a person who has the gift of knowledge or information. The problem is you get stuck by needing so much information, and then you get stuck trying to analyze all the information that you said you wanted. These are typically discussed in terms of finding your level of happiness. But I want to put them in the context of how you leverage these 6 basic needs when you lead others. Your goal is to also figure out how to meet these needs for the people that you lead. Okay? Ideally, everyone wants all 6 of these basic needs met all the time. But in reality, most people tend to focus on 2 or 3 that are most important to them at a particular time. All right? So let us look closer at each of these needs. Certainty. People who want certainty in their lives need to be reassured that you can provide them with a stable environment. They value safety and an ongoing routine. They fear change and often equate it with some kind of uncomfortable, intimidating process or pain. So there you go. There's a lot of people who want certainty, but now because you want certainty, you fear change. Hello, Patricia Davis. Thank you for joining us. Suppose you're going to lead somebody when their primary basic need is certainty. In that case, you're going to speak to them differently than you would with somebody who places more value on the other basic needs, such as significance. So for me, I am a person who can flow. I can go with the motion. I like a schedule. But I am not confined to the schedule. Does that make sense? So I can go with the flow. I can. And if the flow says we got to pivot and change this way, ooh, uh, uh, I'm good. Okay. And even when I don't like it, it's like, okay, now we got to come this way. Okay. Oh, no, you want us back over here? Okay. No problem. Right? Because I know how to dance. I don't have a problem with that. Right? Do I prefer that it's not unusual to be loved by anyone? Yeah. Do I like that? Absolutely. Two-step, no sweat. But here's what I know about life. None of that is true. We'll wake up and the weatherman, Patricia, will say, it's going to rain today. As a matter of fact, it's going to thunderstorm. Now, you plan your entire day around the fact that it was going to thunderstorm. Are you mad at God at the end of the evening when it doesn't thunderstorm? I'm listening. Are you mad at God when it doesn't thunderstorm? You know, what I've learned, especially after COVID, and the reality of it is that no man knows what a day may bring forth. The Bible says no man knows what a day may bring forth. So, Marguerite, if the Bible says no man or woman, I'm paraphrasing, knows what a day may bring forth, tomorrow is not promised. No man knows what a day may bring forth. What am I tripping about if something changes? Suppose you're going to lead somebody, right? And their primary basic needs is certainty. But imagine you're able to cast a big dream. Identify this person's gift and then determine what their most important basic needs are. Can you imagine how productive and happy this person is going to be when they value certainty and that's what you give to them? Uncertainty and variety. Those who thrive on uncertainty and variety are stimulated by the unknown and change. Now, the same way that a person who loves certainty hates change is the same way a person who thrives on variety and uncertainty love when something's going to change. Love when they're spontaneous. Love when they love it. My son Rashid is 100% loves uncertainty and variety, right? They fear getting stuck in a rut or doing the same thing every day. So typically the person who loves certainty could eat the same meal every day and it would not bother them. They could wear the same color every day and it not bother them. They could do the same thing every day and it not bother them. But when you give that same schedule to somebody who loves change and who loves uncertainty and loves variety, they are bored to death. Bored in the house, bored in the house, bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house, bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house, bored. Which is why, Keisha, when we're marketing and prospecting, I'm talking about network marketing in totality, right? Because I'm a network marketer by profession, right? When you're marketing, you say things like this person knows 100% of the facts. When I say that, Marguerite, who am I appealing to? This person knows 100% of the facts. Keisha, answer the question for me, Tedra. When I say this person loves having fun, this person loves helping people and knows how to make the money. So when you're talking broadly in front of a group of people and you're saying, Nina Moore, I want to bring to you Nina Moore. Nina Moore knows 100% of the facts because no matter how much fun Nina Moore loves to have, she knows there's an urchin in the room and there's an urchin that needs 100% of the information. But now the dolphin who loves to have fun is like, oh, Cancun, I can win a free trip to Cancun. I'm in. But then Stacy, when I'm talking and I'm saying, but let me show you how to make $100 a day. Let me show you how to make, matter of fact, I can show you how to make more than $100. As a matter of fact, when these candies right here launch, I'm going to show you how to make more than $100 a day. Right? Shark all day. But then when I say, well, you know, we have a foundation within our company that loves to give back. And when we go on our trips to Cancun, we actually donate our time and we serve somewhere in the community, even on the resorts. We serve while we're there. Because Be Epic cares, right? So now I'm talking about all of those. I mean, you may not want to make money for yourself, but what if I could show you how to help other people pay their light bills, pay their mortgage in full on time, pay those cell phone bills, put food on the table. Okay, you guys? So you got to know, uncertain or a person who loves variety, they want new, exciting, and different tasks as often as possible, or they are bored to death. When leading these people, you need to promote the dream. Identify these people's gifts and then put them in positions that give them the type of variety that they want. My brother, Sean Tyrone Bell, loves variety. He thinks he wants uncertainty, but he is pure dolphin, loves to have fun, loves to help people, but he let's get what we doing. What we doing? Where we going? When I tell y'all where we going next, right? I'll tell y'all after conference what we're doing next. All right. So significance, the person that loves significance. When people seek significance, they want to know their efforts are valued and important. Even though they claim, I don't care if anybody knows what I'm doing. They want to know that their efforts are valued and important. They want recognition. And often this is more important to them than the money. So they just be lying to themselves. I don't care that anybody else knows. Nobody needs to know, but I don't have to make no money, because you're looking for recognition. And it's okay to say that. It's okay, because everybody's thing is different. Like, I like recognition. I mean, you know, I'm going to do it whether I get it or not. But like, they recognized me wrong today. Fix it. Because I worked hard for that recognition, right? Right? So fix it. Fix it, because that's not what I am. Fix it, because get it right. But I'm not going to fall apart. Does that make sense? I'm just not going to fall apart, right? So they enjoy it. So listen, they enjoy the spotlight, and they'll work hard if they know a high profile reward is attached to their efforts. If you're going to lead people who are significance driven, you need to flood them with recognition at every possible opportunity. For example, if you coach a team, it's on you to create a culture that promotes significance for the players. If you're a parent, it's incumbent on you to make sure you praise your children who value significance and recognition. Suppose you're a business leader and you have people in your organization who are competitive and results driven. Your organization who are competitive and results driven, in that case, it's up to you to create a framework that links these people's gifts with their primary needs for recognition. People who require love and connection. Love is the strongest of all emotions. There's a universal need among everyone to feel a connection and closeness to another person or a cause. The greatest poetry and music ever created are about love. Wars have been fought for the love of a country. And if you ever doubt the power of the universality of love, look no further than to a mother or a father's love for their children. But then there are people who are driven by love and connection, want to belong to a cause bigger than they are, right? Whether you're in business, coaching a team, or in any other situation where you're leading a group of people with many love-driven members, right? With love-driven members, you need to communicate that they are part of a family. What's so crazy is, what do I always say, y'all? Welcome to the good life. No, I always say, welcome to the family, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, some of us are amongst our business family more than we are our blood families. Welcome to the family. And there are some people that have a need to feel like they're a part of something that's different than just their everyday average norm. Okay? Family. So It's all psychological, but I really do feel that way. That ain't even a game or a gimmick for me. Okay. You need to make these people feel that they are accepted, cared for, and loved. Let these people know this often. Imagine leading one or more people who are driven by love and dropping messages of significance or variety on them. Those may be great messages, but you're applying them to the wrong people. Also, don't make messages about your needs. This applies in all cases. But as an example, even if you value things such as certainty or significance, you should not be sending out those kinds of messages if the people that you lead value love strongly. What's up right now? As a leader, your messages need to be targeted to the people that you lead. Growth. Others place a high value on growing their minds, skills, and experiences. You need to meet this need by placing challenges in front of these people and giving them the sense that they're growing as a part of your organization. This energizes them. They get excited when you ask them to solve problems of increasing magnitude and complexity. If you're a coach, you need to let your players know they're improving their skills. As a business leader, when you're leading someone who values growth, you need to let them know that they're growing due to all the hard work they're putting in related to the dream and the vision you created for them. Contribution. Others are driven by the need to contribute. Some people feel that they're at their best when they help others through their service or expertise to support a cause or a goal. There are some people that know that they can meet a need and they love to do it, but you never give them an assignment. So maybe they're not the best trainers, right? Or maybe they're not the best speakers or whatever the case may be. But behind the scenes, they know how to get a job done. They know the people to contact. They're going to do it with a spirit of excellence. And so you've got to give those people a task so that they feel like their gifts are being used. I know people that are way better at organization. Not that I don't do a good job, but why stress yourself out when you have people that are competent and capable who can do it and they love it? And they love it. It is the way that they can share their gift, right? It's a way that they can share their gift. So these people are not driven by significance or recognition. They may not care one way or another about certainty or uncertainty. They don't care. But to feel valued and fulfilled, they need to know that they are contributing and making a difference. You need to message these kinds of people things regularly. Basic needs can change over time, though. So it's very important as a leader to watch your team as they grow. And you can see that this person has the gifts of help. And this person, you know what? They started off having the gifts of this, but now I see a little bit more of this. And as they grow, you've got to be able to identify, but you got to know what you're good at, or what you're passionate about, or what do you even enjoy doing. That's not something all the time that someone's going to have to tell you, especially when you think, what do you do that just comes naturally? So basic needs can change over time. And as a great leader, also understand that each person's needs can change over time. When I was younger, to get the most out of me, you needed to link competition, recognition, and growth to what I needed to do. Throughout my adult life, I've been fulfilled by a lot of significance and recognition. I've also been blessed with a lot of certainty, variety, and love. However, over time, my needs have evolved. And now if you're leading me and you need to connect me with the primary need of contribution. That wasn't the case 15 years ago. If you wanted to convince me to come speak to your group, do you know how you would sell me on doing it? You would have to tell me that there were going to be thousands of people who were going to love me, cheer, clap, jump up and down, and tell me what an amazing job I did when I was done, because I was very significance and recognition oriented. Now, if you use those reasons as a way to try to convince me to come speak to your group, that wouldn't stimulate me, and I would probably turn you down. But if you contact me and tell me that if I speak to your group, that I would make a huge difference to those people's lives, change the direction of your company, and make a huge contribution, then you will hook me. Do you see the difference on how a different message at a different time would get me to act, right? Because I'm not coming to speak to hear people jump up and down, rah, 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 cheer, cheer, cheer. That's not where I'm at. That's not where I'm at in life either. That's just not where I'm at. right? So my primary basic need now, he says, is contribution. He said it's the reason why I'm writing this book. I'm not writing this book so millions of people will acknowledge my work, although that would be nice. Nobody's saying that that wouldn't be nice, right? I'm writing this book because I think it will help change millions of people's lives. I want to help people by helping them meet their most important basic needs. By doing so, I'm meeting my own most important basic need as well. Now, to become a great leader, you must look less at who you are and more at the people you're leading. They're the ones you're asking to produce results on your mission's behalf. When they're effective because their needs are met, your needs are met by default. And everyone in the group benefits. This is true whether you're a parent, a coach of a sports team, a small business owner, or the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Then you got to validate your leadership by setting an example. You have to validate your leadership by setting an example. This is probably the biggest part of this entire chapter, and it is. Validate your leadership by setting an example. So, for instance, I'm in a health and wellness company. And so every time I complete a goal of mine, I set a new one. So yes, I had lost all of this weight, right? Then I started working out on a regular, and I started working out on a regular basis. But I needed to what is the word I'm looking for? I wanted to then change my physique again, right, Alicia? So what I started doing is I changed from doing the doing the treadmill to now strength training and stairmaster. And even, I was talking to my one of my friends, business partners and mentors, and big little sis today, and she said, yeah, she said, and there's a big difference in the way your body looks now. Your legs, your buttocks, like everything about your body has shifted because I made a shift, because I needed to lead by example. So although I don't have weight to lose, what can I show my team that I am doing to still maximize my health and to bring change? Does that make sense? I wanted to sculpt my body. Thank you, Marguerite. Couldn't fit. I was like, blah, right? So I want you to remember this. Most things in life are caught, not taught. Most people will learn a lot more in life by watching what you do rather than by what they do when you simply try to teach them. So if your team is watching what you do, what are you giving them to watch? Because if there's no growth or change in you, what you're telling your team now is do whatever you want. I'm not changing. No change in me. So do whatever you want. Most people will learn a lot more in life by watching what you do rather than by what they do when you simply try to teach them. Holding yourself to a higher standard is essential when you lead other people. So I hold myself to a much higher standard than the people that I lead, because I have to set the tone of what I expect. So I am in the gym, whether I feel like it or not. I am doing my steps. My watch died yesterday on me, but it won't happen again. And I made sure of that. Trust me, I'm making sure of that from now on. I normally travel with my book bag. I went to a kid's water park. I didn't take all my stuff. But guess what? It won't happen again. It won't ever be an excuse again. No, it's not going to happen. You got one time. I got one time for something one time. And after that one time, I'm done. It ain't never going to happen again. Because I hold myself to a higher standard. One and done for me. Ain't going to be no, oh yeah, I hate when that happened. No, one and done. Because I hold myself to a higher standard. Leaders can't forget. Makes sense, right? So if If what you ask other people to do isn't consistent with what you ask of yourself, the people that you lead will quickly recognize this, and you have undermined your own efforts. Your leadership example starts by consistently reinforcing the big dream and making sure everyone knows that they're a part of that dream. Also, take time to figure out what each person's unique gifts are and demonstrate a willingness to make sure other people's basic needs are met. More specifically, always do one more. Show up 1 hour earlier than everyone else in the office. Make one more business contact than everyone else. Put in one more level of preparation for presentations and meetings. Remember, all eyes are on you. Y'all need to type that down in the chat. All eyes are on you. Now, I don't want y'all to go nowhere because I got an offer for some of you that are listening, and I need you to stay with me, okay? Because I'm going to bless you. I got an offer at the end of this book club, all right? Setting a poor example dooms you and your dream to failure. If you're having trouble becoming an effective leader, the first place you should look for improvement is at yourself. You can't ask others to perform at a high level if you can't first ask it of yourself. Now that you've defined what leadership is, let's take a look at how we can put these elements into action. All right, we got a couple of more minutes. I'm going to go right into chapter 16. One more and my 11 leadership principles, okay? The test of an organization is not genius. It is its capacity to make common people achieve uncommon performance. Let me tell y'all something. When I read this quote, which I need to, listen. This is by Peter F. Drucker. Let me read the quote again. The test of an organization is not genius. It is its capacity to make common people achieve uncommon performance. See, I know that that's one of my gifts, that I can help average people achieve uncommon performance. Because I know that there's more inside of you. You playing small because you don't know that there's more inside of you. But it's okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to show you that there is more inside of you. So I've defined the elements of leadership and what it takes to be a one more leader. To put these elements into practice, I follow several key leadership principles. By practicing these principles, I've produced significant results for myself over the years. You may benefit by incorporating them to your leadership style as well. Keep in mind, because leadership is a lifelong learning process, this list is dynamic. And as I continue to grow, I add and subtract to this list from time to time. Here are 11 leadership principles that I currently practice, meaning that Ed Mylett currently practices. Okay? 1, become an evangelist. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, one of the definitions of an evangelist is someone who talks about something with great enthusiasm. See, y'all thought as soon as I said evangelist that I was talking church, and I'm not talking church, and I'm not talking scripture. Evangelist, according to the dictionary, is someone who talks about something with great enthusiasm. The best leaders enroll others in their cause. They are evangelists for their dreams. So when I say I really do want to help people earn $100 a day. I really do want to help people change their lives. I really want people to live their best life and to be in the best physical shape that they can be. I know that as we get older, if you're over 40 and if you're over 50 and you're struggling and you're battling with your weight, we've got to take care of that now. It is my desire to see you become all that you can be. That's my desire, right? So the best leaders enroll others in their cause. Much like guiding a flock, a great leader is concerned with evangelism in the form of fellowship, discipleship, and service. I had the privilege of getting to know Steve Wozniak, one of the founders of Apple, because I was curious. I asked him what Steve Jobs' gifts were. What was it that made him great? I expected to hear that he was hardworking, resilient, or incredibly intellectually bright. But that's not what he told me. He told me that Steve Jobs had an amazing ability to sell the dream. To sell the dream, that he was evangelical about Apple's cause, and that evangelism was infectious throughout the company. Evangelism is the transference of the dreams that you're selling to those who you lead, that you can project infectious energy to the rest of the world. My job, my duty, my purpose on this earth, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm yelling. Am I yelling? I'm excited, right? Is so that every single time somebody sees me, whether it's in person, whether I'm quiet, whether it's online, is that Tedra, Alicia, they can feel my energy through the screen, that they can feel my energy, Stacy Mitchell, when I'm sitting quiet, when I walk into a room, that you can feel that Nina Moore has showed up, because I want you to be able to borrow my faith, borrow my energy, borrow my belief, borrow it, right? Borrow my strength, borrow it because you might need to just borrow mine just so you could get through the day. Ain't nothing ever wrong. When somebody asks me, how did you sleep? I woke up. When somebody says, how was the flight? It landed. Thank you, Lord. Might have been a little turbulent, but we landed. I never ever see the bad in anything, because everything is figure outable. Everything is fixable. Everything. So why am I here? I'm evangelizing the good news that, doggone it, if he did it for me, he could do it for you. If he did it for me, he could do it for you, Stacy. Jaden, if he did it for me, he could do it for you. And if he did it before, he will do it again, right? And I believe it beyond a shadow of a doubt. You wouldn't even know some of what we're going through right now. So there are a couple of people that I have told. I've told a few people, just because you need a couple of people that know you praying for you. But y'all have no idea what we're battling with right now, and got some more news before book club. Now, I could have said, you know what? Let me cancel book club, and do what? Cancel book club to sit and do nothing, to be able, you can't even do anything about some of what's going on. You just got to give it to God. And ain't no way that I could say that I believe in the Master, that I believe in the Father, and then sit around and worry. Come what may. That is the plan of God, and I can't change it. What I'm worried about. So, evangelism is the transference of the dreams you're selling to those that you lead, that you can project infectious energy into the rest of the world, leading through fellowship. That is my gift, Keisha, that I lead through fellowship. It strengthens the bond between you, your employees, your customers, or even your family members, which is why, as tired as I am when I go to conference, by the time I get to conference, y'all, just what it takes to just get there for us, right? And all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about, that I will sit in the lobbies with my team and whoever else to pour into them, because I lead through fellowship. It strengthens the bond between us and my business partners. Discipleship means that you can effectively pass along your beliefs as a leader to those under you, which is why now, let me tell you something. We've got a conference this week in Philadelphia. Don't you go nowhere, because I got an offer for some of you, okay? But we've got a conference this week, and there are people that are coming to this conference that you don't know what sitting with them for an hour after the events are over, for 2 hours, breaking bed with them. You don't know what that's going to do for someone's life. Someone sat in a lobby with me in a hotel in New Orleans till 4 a.m, and it changed my life. I lead through fellowship, because I know what it was like the night that someone sat in a lobby with me and changed my life. It changed my life. I was ready to go. I hadn't even gotten my awards yet. I hadn't gotten my $500,000 ring at that point, but it didn't even matter, Keisha. It changed my life, my perspective. My mind was open. So don't y'all go to sleep. Bring lots of Elevate with y'all and stay close. I'm not calling everybody like, hey, we meeting. No, be there. Ask God to give you a keen sense, or send somebody, say, hey, listen, if I missed the meeting, y'all, can y'all please make sure y'all tag me something, right? Text. Don't ask me. Ask your team, right? So discipleship means that you can effectively pass along your beliefs as a leader to those under you. Service and leadership is about meeting the basic needs of those under you. This means recognizing your employees for a job well done, or loving your family members regularly. Listen and observe. Listen and observe. Listen and observe. It is impossible to be a great leader unless you look at the circumstances and the people you lead. The ability to listen and observe helps you identify the gifts and the talents of the people around you. This can't be done in a void or haphazard way. You must be intentional and pay focus to even the smallest details. Never think of absorbing these details as an obligation. Think of it as an investment. As an investment. As a leader, if you can't slow down long enough and take an extra couple of minutes to get into the specifics of the people that you lead, then you're leaving a big pile of untapped opportunities and potential sitting on the table. It's one thing to look at a person's resume or to see how they conduct themselves in an interview. It's quite another to look beyond the formal measurements to fully understand a person's unique gifts. If you're a head coach of a football team, part of what you must do is look at a player's stats to see what they can accomplish on the field. However, you also need to fully understand what kind of a presence they are in the locker room. Are they a positive force who lifts up other players? Do they go all out during every practice? Do they stay late and work hard to improve parts of their game that need more work? Actions speak volumes about the people you want on your team and how you're going to lead them. Wise leaders build other leaders. Wise leaders do not hoard leadership opportunities. Instead, they actively look to grow and develop other leaders. The number one job of a leader is to develop new leaders. The number one job of a leader is to develop new leaders. Some leaders are intimidated by developing other leaders around them. They're threatened and prefer to keep power in their own hands. They fail to realize that when they build leaders, they lighten their load, create loyalty, and make the overall team stronger. Think about a parent who teaches their teenager to drive. When their child gets their license, they have taken a huge step forward in personal growth. They now have more freedom, more choices, and can help the entire family by running errands to the grocery store or taking younger siblings to practices or games. As a result, the teen is happier, more independent, and confident when taking on more significant challenges. The family dynamic has reshaped, and parents are now free to reclaim their time to do other productive and enjoyable things. This also is applicable to business. In fact, one of the key job satisfaction metrics often cited by employees is the chance to advance in a company as a part of a large career path. Talented employees often leave for greener pastures when they feel like they've stalled out or aren't given a chance to take a more active role as a leader in a company. Teams are no different. You show me any great team, and I'll show you one that is led by a great player and great coaches. Think of all the championships that LeBron James or Michael Jordan won as players. Of course, coaches were critical to their success, but it was their player-led leadership. It was their player-led leadership that spelled the difference between winning championships or not. So let me tell you guys something. Several of you talk to me on a regular basis. Well, even if we don't talk, we text because I'm busy at times, right? Now it's your job to go lead the rest of the team. You don't wait for me. You guys now take it and you run with it. You tell everybody, like everybody needs to know that they still need to qualify silver to go to the luncheon because they will be taken off the list if they don't requalify. That's something, you guys, the team should be pushing. The fact that we have conference next week was something. Now we done made all the graphics, put the event together. Now it is your job as leaders to every week pushing conference. It's not our job. Because now you're asking us to do too many things, right? But we're going to do better at teaching that and training on that moving forward, because now the leaders got to step up to the plate. We're doing all the trainings. Now it is the leadership in the team's job to reinforce the trainings. Now, y'all know that them orders supposed to go in Monday night if you're in a VIP chat. Now, y'all know that tomorrow everybody has to be back at silver. Somebody else should be in that silver chat. Like, come on, y'all. We got to get to Philly this week. Some of us already live here, but we got to get this done because I don't want to miss any of y'all at the luncheons. It doesn't matter who it is. Somebody step up to the plate, right? And so teams are no different. This is ethical to business. In fact, one of the key job satisfaction metrics often cited by employees is a chance to advance the company's large career path. Talented employees often, teams are no different. You should be a great player. So 4, love, believe in, care, and show people how to live better. I learned many of the leadership principles I use today from a bunch of 8 to 10-year-old boys. Shortly after college, I was blessed with the opportunity to work at McKinley Home for Boys as a youth counselor. Little did I know that when I first walked into cottage number 8, that my entire world would change. At that time, McKinley was a group home for orphaned or molested boys with parents who were incarcerated or had no other adult who could take care of them for various reasons. From my first day, I found myself in a position where all those boys wanted from me was to love them, believe in them, care about them, and show them how to live better. And frankly, I didn't feel qualified to do it at the time. Just like me, many of you probably don't feel qualified right now to be a leader. It's okay, y'all. It's okay. When you feel this way, draw upon the thought I often reference. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. At McKinley, I didn't feel qualified, but I did understand that I was called to be there. Since that time, one of the secrets to life I've learned is that every person at every age wants the same thing as these boys. If you're a senior executive, when a 35-year-old executive walks into your office, the main thing he or she wants from you as leader is to love, care, believe, and show him or her how to live better. How to live better. If you're going to be a great leader, your success is directly connected to these things. When you can incorporate them, you'll get people to do what they otherwise would not do without your presence. So often we miss opportunities to make a difference this way. My time at McKinley taught me you can make a difference as a leader anytime, anywhere. Even the smallest acts of encouragement and kindness can make a huge difference in the lives of the people around you. This is the ultimate definition of leadership. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Leadership is not about saying new things to old people. It's about saying old things to new people. I'm going to say that again. Leadership is not about saying new things to old people. It's about saying old things to new people. Too often as a leader, we try too hard to come up with new things to say to our team. The fact is that great leaders are willing to repeat themselves over and over and over again. I call this suffering from leadership fatigue, because you get tired of hearing yourself say the same things time and time again. But the truth is, you need to overcome fatigue, because it's your ability to say the same things repeatedly that creates a culture in your organization. You must constantly reinforce your messages and sell your dream to others so they fully understand your mission as a leader. This also reinforces the basic need for certainty in many people. Your message must be simple so that everyone can clearly understand them. Treat these messages and the number of times you repeat them like a crusade. Sign up, pick a pack. Get 2 people so that you're binary qualified. Get that script to 12 people or more, right? Get some sales going and rinse and repeat over and over and over and over again. $100 a day, $100 a day, $100 a day, $100 a day, $100 a day. Want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? $100 a day, $100 a day. Why not? Why not lose weight and make money at the same time? It's the same thing over and over and over again. And some people are like, okay, so what else am I supposed to be saying? Nothing. The same things over and over and over and over again. You must constantly reinforce your message and sell the dream to others so they fully understand your mission as a leader, because this reinforces the basic need for certainty. All successful entrepreneurs are this way. When you meet them, you know exactly what they're about. Their reputation precedes them. This is the way that they build a successful brand. They create pre-existing positive ideas about who they are and what they stand for through ongoing repetition that's memorable and easy to understand. In all cases, whatever outlets you should use, be consistent in their repetition. As a business person, your marketing, your social media, sales material, emails, and every other piece of outreach should reinforce your mission. If you want to undermine your efforts, put out confusing and conflicting messages and see how successful you are. Effective parenting also requires repetition. You must constantly express your beliefs, your values, your beliefs, and expectations to your children. Don't assume you can say something once to a child and they take it in and they remember it. As a leader, get to a place where every person you lead can infectiously repeat your messages back to you. That makes the people you lead your most significant assets in pursuit of your dreams. So we're going to stop right there. We're going to go back to number 6 next week, you guys. But we're going to go ahead and stop right there at number 6. We are in chapter 16. You guys, we're almost done. This only has 19 chapters. We're almost done. But I want to give you guys some tips, right? I am so glad that you all joined us for book club. Listen, we have an amazing conference this week, This week, we're finally here in Philadelphia at the Hilton on City Ave. And there are some of you that are watching right now that have the ability to get there, right? You have the ability to take a day or two off from work, and you need to be around positive people who can help to build your belief. Or maybe you just, took some hits in life, some jab, uppercuts, and you need to be in an environment of growth and of positivity, right? And you want to get there. If that is the case, I want you, Marguerite and Tedra, please put your number down here. We want to gift you, right, with a $297 experience for free. You are going to text your name, your email, and of course your phone number, right? You'll be texting from, to Marguerite Boyd Faison and or Tedra Gordon, because we've got a few tickets left and we want you to be there. No gimmicks, no nothing. You will actually be on. Now, this will not include our VIP luncheon, and this will also not include our dinner, but this will include the full conference where you're going to hear from our corporate leaders as they lay out our brand new products that are launching, our instant drink to shrink, our chew and shrink candy, appetite suppressant candy. You guys are also going to get all of the classes. I am speaking, Stanisha Graham is speaking, Ray Higdon, Gloria Mayfield Banks, and a very surprised guest. I cannot wait to y'all see who it is, right? A very surprised guest will be there. I am telling you right now, it is going to knock your socks off. All right, so they need to know where to text you, Tedra and Marguerite. Give them your number on here in the comments so that they can text you. We've got a few tickets left and we want to gift you with the ability, but you've got to get there. You've got to be there. We are all staying at the Hilton on City Ave. There is also a Homewood Suites or something like that right on the same block. The Marriott is down the street. You guys get there. Philadelphia will never be the same. That Hilton Hotel is not going to be the same. So Tedra Gordon, I cannot tell you, and I won't. Now listen, I'm going to drop you guys. I am going to drop you guys a little nugget. When I said in the line, oftentimes I'm around people who just got to have a comment. Got to have a comment. I am telling you, come to this event with your mouth shut. Come to this event, because what you do now is, if you know it all, then you would be on that stage. I'm going to sip my... When we're in these environments where you've got a chance to be poured into, don't have a comment. Put a muzzle on it. Don't have a comment. Come ready to listen and absorb. Okay? I am telling you that I stood in that lobby, and you got to learn to ask the right questions. You don't have to give your comment. Ask the right questions. Because if you knew it all already, you'd be a top income earner and you'd be speaking. So no comments. Oh, yeah, because when I do, no, just shut your mouth. Be quiet and listen and observe and take notes and listen and observe and take notes. The Bible even says study to be quiet. Actually, study to shut up, right? Study to be quiet. So just know when you get in those environments, be quiet. Nobody needs to know what you do. And nobody, oh yeah, because when I do and I do, and and I do that too. And yeah, no, be quiet. Because now you're telling us that you're not listening. And some people listen only to see when they can interject. Just be quiet. Because I'm gonna be telling people around me, no, be quiet. And don't think I'm being mean when I say it. I hope that I don't have to say it to anybody, but be quiet. Because you need to get yourself in an environment where you can learn and grow and listen. Come with your active listening and get ready to get poured into. Because there's some people that just talk too dang much. And like, it's like you just got to tell everybody, yeah, and when I do, and yeah, I just wanted to comment on that. No, nobody needs you to comment. Know what you're coming for. What are you looking to get from this event? What are you looking, because obviously you need it, right? All of us do. I know what I'm coming to get and gain. I'm not coming to do a bunch of talking. I'm coming to listen and learn, unless I'm speaking. I'm coming to get catapulted to the next level, but you can't do that talking. Come ready to learn and listen, because that is generally the problem for most people. They just talk too much. All right, y'all. So it's going to be an amazing time. I just want y'all to know. So we've got a couple of free tickets left. If you want to be there, okay, come ready. Listen, get your name and number. Tedra and Marguerite, I still don't see your number in the comments here so that people can text you. All right. I need you to put your numbers in the comments so people can text you their name, email. All right. Tedra and Marguerite, I need you to put your number in the comments so people can text you. All right. If you're looking to be there at this conference, text your name, phone number, and email to Tedra Gordon and or Marguerite Faison. I don't see it. Yeah, it's not. Oh, you know what? This is what you do. This is why, Tedra, I'm sorry, it's not you. Put some spaces in between it. So what's happening is, like, you might have to, if the number is 2, you might have to write the number, you have to write the word 2. YouTube will do that. So you won't be able to put your number there per se, but you'll be able to put TWO67, or can y'all see? We can't see it. So you'll be able to put TWO15, like, you know what I mean? You'll be able to write your number out like that. I'm just telling you, YouTube will do that. All right. It'll block the number. It'll block the phone number from being up there. All right. So put it in the chat for me, but put it in a way that you put in some spaces and stuff like that, so it doesn't read as a phone number. You might even want to type out one of the numbers in Word so that they can actually get it. All right, y'all, because that's what's happening. I forgot, y'all. I am so sorry. I forgot that's what happens on YouTube. All right, so listen, no matter what's going on in your life, you got to remember that you can live again, laugh again, love again, hope again, dream again, and you can bling again. I hope that we started your week off with a bang, right? We've got training at 8 o'clock, you guys. And listen, I want you to pay it forward. Do a good deed. Be kind to one another this week, you guys, okay? Pay it forward. Do a good deed. Be kind to one another. And watch for the post when we go to let you guys know when, in fact, we will be having our next book club. I might be traveling next Monday. I'm not quite sure just yet. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. Listen, don't come alone. There you go. Thank you, Marguerite. Yeah, it's so crazy. YouTube is crazy, where when you go to try to put your number in, that happens a lot. It happens a lot on TikTok as well. All right. So there you go. 215-275-1951. All right. That is Marguerite Faison. So we can see it like that. All right. 215-275-1951. You guys text, hurry up, because them tickets are going fast. We don't care who you are. We want you in that room. We want you to be our guest. Okay. There are several restaurants around. The Hilton has great restaurants, y'all. Like, great restaurants. But the Hilton has great restaurants, and there are tons of restaurants around there for you all to be able to get food from, to get a quick bite. You can always Uber Eats. You can walk across the street. Saks is across the street. You can walk across to the little plaza. There's all kinds of stuff over there. I know there's Chili's, Olive Garden, like a Subway. The Larry's is up the street. But there's a lot there's Fridays down the street if that's just what you like. But there's tons of places for you to be able to eat, y'all. Come, let's grow together. Let's be together. I can't wait to see you all. All right, you guys, we're over and out. Good night.